right, here we go, guys. You just saw him defeat Dennis Orcolio in an exciting hill battle. He ran out that last 10-ball rack. That's Chip Compton from Oklahoma, a.k.a. William, facing off against the Rocket, Rodney Morris. This is a one-loss side match, race to 7. And it looks like Jason Shaw is going to be playing for the hot seat against a question mark right now. So check out the brackets at CompuSport, CompuSport.ca. Check out the brackets right there. Anyways, let's strap in and let's enjoy this match. Chip Compton will have the break, and they're talking about the rack. The 3 cannot be on the wing. The 3 and the 2 cannot be on the wing anymore. So here we are. This is race to 7. And we just saw Chip Compton knock Dennis off his throne. Dennis Orcolio last year, he swept 3 events in a row here on the West Coast Swing for 2016. He won the Cole Dixon Memorial 9-ball tournament, the 4th annual, where he beat Francisco Bustamante in the finals. Then he went on to the West Coast Challenge, and he defeated Bob Herchek in the finals of the 5,000 added 1 pocket event. And then from there, Dennis went on to beat Alex Pagulayan in the finals of the 10,000 added 10-ball event. Well, Dennis then came to win this year's Cole Dixon and this new event that we've added to the West Coast Swing, the Pro 10 Challenge, has been unsuccessful for him. He's just been knocked out by Chip Compton, who breaks dry. Rodney Morris came in 3rd place just last weekend at the Cole Dixon event. 2nd place was Mika Immonen. Mika Immonen is out of this tournament. And on the back table, next to this table, we're going to have Tony Chohan versus the winner of Santos Sambajon and Francisco Bustamante. I'm sorry, it would be, I believe that's going to be the next match, something like that. Anyway, let's enjoy this. Referred to by the Grasshopper as one of the best free stroking, or one of the best rhythm players in history, Rodney the Rocket Morris, who is campaigning in events like these to be selected once again to represent Team USA for the Mosconi Cup this year. So, mental note, don't break dry against Rodney Morris. Chip Compton just took a walk here. I don't know where he's going. Oh, it looks like he's hitting up the jukebox. Once again, this event pays 1st through 4th. We only had 16 players. It was a full bracket of 16 players today for the Pro 10 Challenge. First place would be $3,200, followed by second at $2,300. Third place $1,500, and fourth place $1,000. So we're waiting for Chip Compton to come back. I want to give a shout out to my friend Doug Preston out there. He's in the hospital today, AKA Dougie Fresh. We do hope that you are handled well and that whatever's going on with you, we hope you recover quickly and you get out of there. Also want to thank one of our proud sponsors, Tiger Products. And I want to remind you that Tiger Products is also just finishing up their 20th anniversary queue that should be out soon. Do me a favor, send them an email and bug them about their 20th anniversary queue because I want to see it. Hey, man, I thought you were out of here. For those of you asking about the brackets, I'm posting the link in the chat room right now, so feel free to try that link. Sambajon? Okay.
Amar Kang is up 6-4 right now against Alex Pagulayan.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
Amar was running out just now, and he fouled up a little ball, and Alex was able to get out, so that made it 6-4. I don't know what else is going on. Alex is breaking, but I watched the match with Chohan winning, and that was a pretty good match.
Well, that means we're going to be seeing Tony Chohan sent to table number 2 over here to play Francisco Bustamante.
That should be a good match there.
And that is also a one-loss side match. So as soon as the players, I'm sure they'll take a little break. But as soon as they're ready, they'll be starting up on that table right behind the table you see here. Oh, miscue. Attempted to jump with his...
Now that's using that break cue to try to jump the ball with that hard tip. So that's what you get.
So I'm sure Rodney will be intending. He intends to punish Chip Compton for that mistake.
A quiet giant. Rodney's such a good player, such a talented player.
Yeah, I was, just mentioning that, the Grasshopper said yesterday that Rodney's probably one of the best rhythm players in history, and I kind of agree, actually. It was a very good metaphor.
Very solid, very solid. Watch out, hurry up, ball.
Oh, of course, then there's that. We, turns us into a liar.
I was talking to Rodney earlier, and he's not fond of this cue ball that they're using with the red circle. The majority of the touring pros are playing with the measle ball now, and they're all completely used to it. So once you take them out of their element right now, it takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, and that's going to be 1-1, and that's going to be the same ball being used for every tournament here. If I'm not mistaken, Rodney doesn't tend to play one pocket. But I think he'll be playing the one pocket.
Oh, I'm sure he will
this week.
If he's here, he'll play. He's out here. He's staying out here. I'm sure he'll play. he's not one to sit around. He's very competitive at that game too. Rodney does know how to play that game. Is very capable of beating anybody at it.
Absolutely. I mean, he won the Hard Times 10-1 event that we did 2 years ago.
Wow.
Beat Rafael Martinez in the finals, and that was just great one pocket played by Rodney.
So it goes to show you.
Afterwards, he goes, "I don't even like this game."
Yeah.
Come on, Rodney.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of player he is. So it's not his game. It's not, it's not the top of his list. He's not going to go somewhere just to play the one pocket event. But this is a great venue here. I mean, you got a week of pool.
Ooh. Chips visibly
1-1, race to 6. Rodney's got ball in hand on the one ball, and fairly decent out. 6-7 are tied up, so it's not tied up, but they're close together. So it's going to take a little something to get the 6 and 7 out of there.
Well, Chip gave up ball in hand to Rodney in the last game. So, and Rodney was unable to close, so it's like Chip's giving him another chance here. Let's see about this layout here. A little touchy. He's got to just be on the right side of the ball. The 9 ball can really get in the way.
He's a little off angle there, so he's got to either stun the ball here or roll up by it. It looks like he's going to roll up.
Doesn't want to be jacked up on this. Is he?
This is where that 6-7 is going to come into play. He'll punch these. Rodney's good at this. He'll punch this right in the hole. But coming off and getting about center table is where he'll want this cue ball.
Yeah. Spin up table. And
it's a little far up, but he should be able to cut this in.
Yeah, he's just got to be careful here because he wants to kind of go back and forth, but he has to try to come around the 8, dodge the 8 ball. It's a good way to put it. Yeah. He did do that. He did a good job.
That's a great shot there. That's a little challenging right here. This out's a little challenging. It takes a little good shot making here to get through it. Looks like he's the toughest part's behind him now.
Oh.
I'm sure he didn't want to be on the rail, but he's just going to roll this ball in and take the tough shot on the 10. Just hit this nice and soft and try to stay out there and take the tough shot right here. Stay out there in the middle of the table.
It's interesting that he rolled for the 10 in the other pocket. I would have rolled as slow as I can to play for the 10 in the
well, I think the reason you don't do that,
bottom
Daniel, is
pocket
because when you roll it as slow like you're talking about, the chances of the object ball skidding increase. So you want to try to take the skid out of it.
That's true.
So that's what he's trying to avoid. Just take the tough shot. He figures on making that shot anyway, then leaves the cue ball off the rail to give himself a decent shot.
I want to actually also take a minute to say thank you to Janet Okamoto and Ken Schumann. They've been the tournament director for this event and for all the events on the West Coast Challenge here at California Billiards. They're doing a great job moving matches along.
Yeah.
Heck, I think we might see the finals by 8 or 9 o'clock.
Kenny Shu, Kenny Shu. I've known Kenny Shu for 35 years. Heck.
And he lives in Sacramento now, doesn't he?
He lives up the hill there. Well, he did. I think he used to live up by Grass Valley or somewhere in that vicinity, but close by Sacramento, not too far away.
Okay.
But I've known him for, like I said, like 35 years or something like that, ever since I've been going to pool while I was a kid. But what a nice guy. And he's, now he's got into running these tournaments. He just does an outstanding job. Kenny Schumann, if you ever get him in here to commentate too, very knowledgeable about the game. He's commentated on some of the very high-end matches.
We've had him in here as well, on POVPOOL during the West Coast Challenge.
Yeah, very, very knowledgeable about pool. He's not just a pool director, a tournament director. So we've got Francisco Bustamante and Tony Chohan starting up on the other table. This should be a good one.
Yes, they are no stranger to each other, especially over the last couple of years.
You know, but between you and I, and as good as Francisco Bustamante plays, it seems like these days he's a little intimidated by Chohan. And don't ask me why, but I just get that read.
Well, you know, if that's the case, okay, because he did beat him in that one pocket matchup that we did last year in Las Vegas.
One game though, that was 24-24. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, no, it was a win by 2. So
was it really?
Yeah, it was 23-21.
Oh. Bustamante has his glasses on again.
He loves to play with those glasses on his head.
Well, he didn't play with them in that match. We watched him lose. He didn't have them on earlier. Now he's got them on. It seems like that's his MO. Rodney Morse is going through these balls now. He's starting to get a little bit loose and getting stroked now. Still a little bit short. Still coming up just a hair short, but just roll up and shoot this in another corner.
Oh, no.
Look at this gunner. Look at this gunner. He's like, to heck with it. I got out of line. I'm just going to go around the box.
Yeah. Well, nobody wants to have to shoot the short side like that across the side pocket, because we all know that that's a much harder shot.
Yeah, Rodney's definitely, once he starts going, man, it's definitely a freight train.
Yeah, it's on. Okay, so 3-1, just like that. In just under 10 minutes. Talk about quick.
Everywhere you look in this pool room, you see a champion.
Oh, I'm sorry. My glasses are not. My glasses lied to me. It's 17 minutes.
17 minutes on what? On what?
In this match so far.
Oh.
I thought this match was 10 minutes. It said 17.
Look at Rodney. Here we go. If that's not the coolest strut around a pool table, I don't know what is, huh?
Oh yeah, he's confident, all right.
Does he not have the coolest pool strut?
He sure does.
What a nice guy too, man. Rodney's just it doesn't get too much better than him.
He's living near you guys too now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's living down there by Sacramento. I'm not sure exactly where, but yeah, he's living up there. And
have you caught him over at Hard Times?
Oh,
or?
Several times.
Yeah.
Several times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's enjoying being out playing pool, and that's what he loves to do. And you know, he's talked to me not too long ago about possibly. He hung that one in the jaw. But possibly this might be his last year of pool and going to Florida and selling Porsches.
Is that the line now?
Yeah, well, and then, you know, his opportunity to make a lot of money selling Porsches, he's got a buddy over there that might, give him that opportunity, which it's hard to turn down because, you know, pool's a tough grind. It's just a really tough grind, and that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow just isn't there yet. So guys like his caliber, you know, it's just, I hate to say a six-figure income is pretty tough to come by when you're a pool player.
That is true. It's not a pot of gold. It's more like a pot of Fritos, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't give you much in this. And you know, I give it to everybody. All these guys that are in that own the pool rooms, like the guy that owns this pool room here, he's putting in all this money. I mean, you can't do anything but shake his hand and say thank you so much for helping pool come along, but it's really tough. We just talked about that the last match, about getting somebody to promote the game. It takes a little bit to get out there and do that, and there can't be any foul-ups on the money. You have to make sure you get everybody paid correctly. Mm-hmm. I went to everybody, too, when I did that, and I think it's a thing that would have to be done, but I went to, like, the Hilton. I put all the fighters, when I did the tournaments, the MMA tournaments, I put all the fighters up at the Hilton. I had the Hilton sponsoring me to do that.
That's
all
beautiful.
That stuff comes into play. These guys, you know, they're paying for their rooms, they're paying for their fuel or flights to get here.
Yeah.
I mean, add it up, and then when it's all said and done, take the check and put it against that and see what comes out. You're lucky if you can buy dinner.
And that's what I like about the West Coast Challenge here. There are 3 big events, and if you come in 3rd here, 5th there, and maybe 2nd or 1st place, you don't have to win 1st place in every one of them to make money. It gives you a chance to make some of your money back.
Sure.
And not to mention plenty of action here.
Do you know if there's an overall pot here for the person who does the best in all 3?
No, we haven't, only because this event is still evolving, so there has been talk about something like that for future events, but we're still trying to see what works and what doesn't. Good. And what we'd like to do is be able to provide something a little bit more permanent in the next few years.
Got it.
But yeah, I mean, those are great ideas, Ralph, and definitely something to consider.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I'm not sure if it's Derby City that does it for the overall champion.
They have the master of the table.
Yeah. But they definitely, somebody deserves that. And these guys, each and every one of them, they absolutely love the game and they have a passion for this game. That's what drives them. That's what gets them here.
Yeah, whatever you want. Josh.
As the Grasshopper's been running some errands for us.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it looks like Rodney's got a shot back at the table here. Up 3-2 now. Chip's pulled back into a 1-game deficit. Oh, no, thank you. I'm fine. Maybe just a bottle of water. That'd be great. Thank you.
Well, a turnover, looks like.
Pretty good shot there.
Yeah. Rodney's got a new piece of Taum chalk.
Yeah.
Did you know that, guys? Taum Tips is now making chalk.
That's that little round chalk.
Yes, and he got a piece from Mika Eminen, and these professional pool players, they find something they like, and it's like drugs to them. They want to get more. They want it, and they don't want to lose it either. So he's getting his chalk back.
Yeah. I forgot what type of chalk. I had a piece of that one time. It was, I want to say it was, oh geez, I don't remember the name. But I had, it just really, when you're doing draw ball, you want that chalk.
Yeah.
I forgot which one it was, but I did the same thing with it and had it for a while.
Look at this safety, kick safety.
What a shot, Rodney.
Yep. This is, I don't know how he's going to hit this ball, folks. He could go one rail, but he has to come across the top of it only.
Yeah. And you don't want to hit this hard. You don't want to break anything up.
Yeah, margin for error on this is huge.
Thank you so much.
I mean, no, not, well,
no,
is
margin
that right?
for error, but yeah,
very little margin for error, excuse me. Chances for error is huge.
I mean, let's look at this ball. He's got to skim the side of it.
He might be thinking about, yep, tie it up.
You're not going to play that scam with Rodney.
Well, now
Rodney's going to put you back over there.
Let's bear in mind now, if we're going for 3 fouls here, let's remember now that Chip's on the first foul. So if they both take fouls,
Rodney just puts him right back where he was.
Yeah.
He's going to come off side of that ball. He's going to put him over by the corner pocket. I like this shot. Yeah, this makes it even tougher. Oh, and going back behind 9 ball. Look at that.
The ball needs to speed up. It's not going to. Rodney left an open shot. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I like going back to the same place he had it, just going offside of the ball. Chip still has his work cut out for him here. Yeah, that's a good shot. One ball's coming back up, though, pretty quick.
Ralph's friends are walking by, and they're like looking at him like, what are you doing in here?
Giving back, man. I'm giving back.
Yeah, you are.
One of my friends came up to me a little bit ago. He went out to dinner, but he was watching us on the stream, and he said, "You're giving up way too much knowledge." Yeah, that's funny because way back when I was young and I was practicing, I'd do anything to practice. I mean, anywhere, but the guys like Paul Brienza, I'd pick their brains, and Paul Brienza always gave me. I don't know if you remember who that is, but
I know the name, but I've never met him.
Paul Doc Brienza. That was his. He's a great pool player. I think he's 14-1 champion, but always a great pool player, always a great competitor. And these guys were the champions, and I was a kid. But even Kim Davenport and those guys, they would give it to me for
Oh my
free.
God!
Did
you see that shot?
I don't know if
he called it.
Oh, he did.
What a great shot that was!
3-3.
What a great shot.
But those guys would give back. They'd give it to me. They wouldn't charge me for lessons or anything. They'd just give it to me. And I think that's the part. A lot of these guys, they want so much money for lessons and all that. I've never ran into them.
Not that that's a bad thing either. I mean, in this day and age when pool players are struggling. But,
Right.
one thing that it used to be back in the day, too, was you had to lose a few hundred before you'd learned one shot or one thing.
Yeah, there's definitely a gamble aspect of it.
By the way, no, it's you.
What's that?
I heard a story about you.
What'd I do?
So we recently streamed the Three Cushion National Championships, Three Cushion Billiards, and the tournament director was Andy Hughes, or Andy Jacinto, and he goes, oh man, there was this one guy. He showed up to one of these tournaments, and he said he's a billiard player and he's from Sacramento, real tall guy, and he said he shows up and he's got all this talcum powder and he's coming to the table. He's like throwing plumes of talcum powder in the room. And I'm like, Ralph Daloian?
No.
And he goes, yeah, that's the guy, Ralph, real tall from Sacramento. Wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, man.
No, a good story, though.
He agreed. I told him Ralph Daloian. He said,
a billiard tournament, Three Cushion Billiards?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that one. But
maybe seven.
You can't.
And I figured the only way that you would have done it is because you probably played Three Cushion at the Jointed Q so much with Robert Aldana.
Yeah, you don't get any of that talcum powder around this Three Cushion guys, man.
I know.
They're real particular about their cleanliness of their table.
This pool player shows up playing a Three Cushion. He's just throwing talcum powder. Everybody's choking.
That's a good one. Now, you are going to find a few stories about me out there if you dig deep enough. No?
Well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it was always, everybody would tell me to. The potential was there, but if I let my temper get the best of me, it was over. That was it. And I find.
Well, you've admitted, you've told on yourself with us already.
Yeah, I've dealt with it, and I've dealt with it by, like I said, going to see sports psychologists and this and that. Just try to overcome and stay positive about it all, and just let it go. And that's the kind of the bottom line with it. Just let it go. And after that shot's over, it's over. There's nothing you can do. But you still see it to this day. I mean, you look out there and you see guys throwing stuff. Heck, you just saw one of the top players, Mika Immonen. Everybody gets like that.
It's understandable. I mean, that's what's so hard about this game. Is it's pool is a cruel game, and it can take some of the best of us and force you to unravel.
There's been people who've put a gun to their head over this game, and
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, they have. They've killed themselves.
I only know one guy that did that.
I hope they didn't. Well, they say he did it, but I don't know what happened. But that was St. Louis.
No, I don't know.
I don't know Louis Roberts.
Yeah,
St. Louis.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think that. I'm not sure how that happened, or if anybody knows out there in the chat room how Louis lost his life. The story was that he took his own life, but I hate to believe that. But I know a lot of guys out there are so competitive that there's so much passion in the game for them. Like we were just talking about, hey, when you lose, it doesn't go away. You don't just go out the door and forget about it. You take it home with you. You wake up tomorrow and you know you lost to somebody and you can't stand it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still kicking myself over my defeat, Lee Brett 4 years ago.
See?
When I know I could have played better. 4-3, guys. 4-3.
Good break. Rodney makes a ball, but he doesn't hit it. No, he does get a shot on the one ball, but it's all he can do is hit it. He's got to do something with it.
Meanwhile, see a score 3-0.
I think it's Chohan, but I'm not positive.
Do you know who racked last?
No.
It's a winter break.
Sure, I
want to give a shout out to my friend Dan Gibbons. You know Dan Gibbons? He used to be Danny Medina's backer before Danny passed away.
Really?
He's in Colorado right now, and he's calling me on the phone. And come on, Dan. You know I can't pick it up.
Well, thank you for backing Danny Medina. Danny Medina was a heck of a guy, man. I knew that guy when I was a kid also. And
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you knew him.
I've known him for, 35 years. But Danny, what a heck of a guy. What a class act and a great player. I mean, he went up against the best of them. Sorry to hear about Danny. His passing has been quite a while now.
That's about 4 years now.
Yeah, that was sad. But heck of a guy, and thank you so much for being behind a guy like that.
Also, my friend, our friend Toshi, he's watching. He's close companion of Dan Louis. And Dan Louis is actually here at the California.
I just talked to Danny a few minutes ago. Yeah, he's out there, and I asked him why he didn't play in this damn tournament. Why didn't play in this? I guess he's just going to play the one pocket or the nine ball.
Oh, my God. I can't tell you how much I annoyed him to try to play this tournament.
Really?
He just,
I don't understand. I couldn't understand why he didn't play in it.
But, he probably doesn't think he's playing well anymore. But
that's what he told me.
I tend to disagree.
He's another one I've known for 35 years. He's just he's always been a great player. Solid, very solid.
Anyway, we'd like to say hi to Toshi, and when we saw him at the Three Cushion tournament, we hope you're doing well.
This guy make these combinations.
Wow, he called that. That was a billiard.
This two ball went tough on him.
Beautiful billiard.
Terrible roll, but I tell you what a great shot. He's not going away.
Chip is a talented player.
He's not
very
going away.
Talented
He's
player.
Staying in there. He's got to come with something here. He's got to either figure out a save here and get through this, but. A lot of these guys like this, I can't see this ball, but if he can shoot this ball in the corner pocket, these are one pocket player shots here to make this ball in that right-hand corner if it goes by the 10.
Yeah. He's calling it straight back, actually.
Is he really?
Yeah. Yep. Now, that's a safety basically intentional, but he's calling the pocket just in case. Rodney's got his hands full.
Well, it's not his first rodeo, so we'll see what he does. This guy, Bustamante, just hooked himself. I tell you, I do not. Francisco Bustamante does not play his game against Tony Chohan, and I mean I've seen it over and over.
You mentioned this earlier in the match.
I've seen it over and over again. I don't know what it is.
Oh, Rodney played a great shot. He called it too, but didn't go. And Chip is maintaining very good control over this game.
Coming off a win, beating Dennis Arculio, I'm sure he's.
Yeah, I went up and I mentioned to Dennis that he, had kind of knocked Dennis off of his throne.
Knocked him off the mountain.
And he was mentioning to me that the last event that he played against Dennis in Texas, he was in the finals with Dennis, and he lost to Dennis in the finals.
Really?
But it was a very close match. So this is kind of like redemption for him.
Definitely seems like a very solidly focused player. Just by his read, you know what he's picking and choosing. He's staying relaxed. He's making himself stay relaxed. You can see his character around the table. So and it takes that.
He's got a little bit of a swagger too.
Yeah, he's got that gesturing going on, and that's what he's trying to. He's getting himself ready to, you know, continue and run out this rack. And make up his mind right there, because you're either going to go around and get on that 6, or you're going to make that easy shot right there that just cinch it and take the tough shot. That's kind of what he just got himself focused and.
He is playing smooth right now.
Focused and committed to that shot is what you had to be in that 6 ball there.
I'm taking a look at this. I'm taking a look at. Well, no, I'm taking a look at the way Chip's executing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Chip. I'm thinking Chip and Jason in the finals right now. That's what I'm already thinking on my mind.
Guys, Tony Chohan is up 4-0 against Francisco Bustamante. He is just steamrolling Francisco, and I don't understand what happens to Francisco Bustamante's game against this guy, but he just doesn't play his game. I think Tony has his number.
You might be right about that, Ralph, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta tell you, I've known Boosty a while now, and I've been close with him, and I don't think he gets mentally shaken by many players, or even any players.
Well, I look at him now in his chair, and he's just he's melting into his chair now. Take a look at his body
a little bit
right now.
Yeah,
so
I know that slump.
Yeah, he's slumping back right now. He's disappointed at what's going on, but it's not over.
But why does the tone of your voice say it?
Just from the read, you know, you've seen this stuff a million times, and just you kind of see what's coming. The momentum is going completely Tony's way. Not to say it's going to keep going that way, but right now, he definitely looks like the livelier of the two players. Well, this Chip is really impressing me.
It's like I said, I'm already thinking about him in the finals with Jason Shaw, the way he's executing.
Look at this, the 1 ball in the pocket and the 2-10 combo.
And some of these creative shots, I mean.
This guy's a 1-pocket player, so he's used to making combinations.
Banks, combinations, billiards, caroms.
I don't think he can cut that in. Now it looks a little deceiving on camera.
Might be playing safety.
Yeah.
See, he's trying to turn the screws on Rodney, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of, twist the knife a little bit, you know? Rodney can make this.
He's going to jump this ball.
1 to the corner, he says.
Beautiful shot.
She goes.
Slow down, Whitey. Slow down. Slow down.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think you can see it.
Yeah. I think you might be able to see a piece of it, but the 10's sitting right there too, so he called the 10 somewhere. Or the 2 cross corner. Oh, look at this. Almost. With a built-in safety.
Yeah, that's the shot to shoot, two-way shot. So here we go again with Francisco Bustamante on the other table. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's got an opportunity here to run out and get on the board.
Yeah, we got that picture now. What did he just do, though? He's hooked himself. He can't hit the 6.
Here we go again. Did he really? Oh, I don't know. He's shooting at it.
He's gonna fan it 3 rails around for safety. Or 2.
He's got to be just sick because he didn't get on that ball.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with you officially now, Ralph. He is struggling.
He's struggling.
Rodney still engaged in the safety battle.
That's a good shot right there.
Yeah, he's not giving up. We have ourselves a great match. I mean, it's 4-4.
4-4. I don't know who's winning down there. I haven't seen Amar or Alex, either one of them, come up here, so it's probably a hill match. Wow. He almost got there dead behind that ball, but kicked it out a little. Good try. Well, 2 balls for Francisco Bustamante to get on the board here. Tony Chohan concedes that game to him. So Francisco Bustamante's on the board, 4-1.
Safety battle still in progress.
These guys are doing a hell of a job too. This is good stuff here. Wow.
Look at that. Oh, I don't know about this.
I tell you what, sports fans, this is prison. This is in the pool world. Now there's a shot here.
Jail fans.
He can shoot into this rail.
Yeah,
and
compress the rail.
Compress the rail.
I learned that shot from Dr. Q.
Or look,
Tom
he might
Rossman.
jump over this ball here. Now he can go into the rail and jump back over this ball. There's a shot too. Yeah, Tom Rossman. Tom Rossman knew this kind of stuff here. He's good with that stuff. This would be
a treat.
I don't know. I can't really tell if he can compress it unless we're getting up on there looking at it. But I tell you what, the
jump is not easy too, because he's only hitting half a ball of the 2-ball, unless he can get enough air to come down into the 2-ball. Here comes Janet Okamoto. She's our tournament director / referee / good friend to the West Coast Challenge events.
I'm not sure if this is the right shot, because I believe there's a 4-rail shot here, but you'd have to pound the heck out of it. Maybe he can make this. We'll see. Yeah, that's a tough shot. You're asking for a lot there.
As long as he doesn't destroy my lights over there, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But he's not.
All right. Well, here we go again with Chohan running out. Look at this shot he shoots. Jesus criminy. Technical difficulties.
Let's just call it that. Yeah.
You too.
Great call, Janet. Great call. And that was Janet Okamoto came up to us and it's not every day the refs get called,
I'm watching
with the professionals the way they play,
This Tony Chohan, you just missed it. He just cut a ball down the rail. Francisco's just shaking his head. Here's Morris with the 6-ball out.
Yeah, his first open shot we've seen in like 5 innings.
Yeah. I like his chances here. I still think that Rodney's probably the best player in the tournament right now.
Wow. So you're rooting for Rodney. I'm not rooting. I just want you to know I'm not rooting for anybody. But from what I've seen of this young chip to Compton,
I agree.
he's definitely he's a force to be reckoned with. Definitely.
Yeah.
But we're so close in this particular match, and this is a one-loss match. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I know. No. So he's not really in Sacramento anymore, is he? He's not really even in Sacramento anymore, is he? Yeah.
Five to 1 over there with Bustamante and Chohan. 5 to 4 with Rodney Morris. Rodney Morris gets out.
Yep.
1.
Okay, maybe my prediction is wrong. Who knows? Let's see. It's not over. But I'm not, once again, I don't have any favorites in this. I just want to see good pool.
Yeah.
And, I've said it. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. I want everybody to win sometimes.
I'm not gonna take Jason Shaw out of this by no means. What a phenomenal player, but I still think if this guy's hitting the ball, he's the one to watch.
Yeah, we've had the chance to work with Rodney Morris on several different events, and always been like firecrackers, fireworks.
Yeah. Hawaiian punch.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Rodney knows how to keep you on the edge of your seat.
And he makes phenomenal shots too.
He does.
It's just definitely very high shot making ability.
Well, this particular rack is wide open, so this is a chance for a chip to close the gap and make it an even shorter race. This is only a race to 7, guys, just to remind you. So 5 to 4. Can't make many.
Tony Chohan is just walking through this rack. I mean, his rhythm, his body language, and everything. I mean, I don't want to jinx him, but I tell you what, guys, he might be playing the best I've seen him play.
Well, he won the Rocket City Open event a few weeks ago. He beat Alex Pagulayan in the finals playing one pocket.
Wow.
Ran over Efren Reyes, ran over Corey Deuel, Josh Roberts.
How you like that?
And Francisco Bustamante.
How you like that?
Yeah. And then Alex did beat him once, knocked him to the one-loss side, but Tony came back and beat him 6-2 in the finals.
Wow.
And,
they raced to 6?
Yeah.
One pocket?
In the finals of a one-pocket
God.
Rocket City Open.
Well,
I think that was a 16-player field.
Yeah, this guy Chip here is really playing good. So, Tony Chohan on the hill, 6-1 against Francisco Bustamante.
So there's a little bit of work to do in this particular rack, though, Ralph. I'm sure you'd agree.
The 7 balls are key here.
Yeah.
You're getting on the 7 ball and is definitely, I don't know what his plan is right here, but if he can get in right between those balls, off this 6 ball here, I don't know what he's going to try. Oh, he wants to bank the ball.
Well, he is a one-pocket player.
Yeah.
And I think if he banks the 7, he'll naturally bump the 8 back up toward the corner pocket. So
I think he'll probably play on it not to move the 8 at all, to bank the ball and stick the cue ball. But if he gets it, depends where he gets on it. Let's see here. But he probably doesn't want to move that 8 ball.
No, you see what he did?
Yeah, I did.
He
see
does
that.
want to move the 8.
I did see that.
He does want to move it.
Oh, he's a little short, huh?
No, I think he's good.
A this goes under. This ball goes under the 8 ball, which is kind of scary too, because that ball grabs it the wrong way and scratch unless he puts something on this ball. But see, this is another thing here, Daniel. You're turning this 8 ball loose. You got to be really careful here. In other words, you're 100% focused on this bank, but
cue ball control is
cue ball
definitely
control and object ball control.
Yeah.
You know, that 8 ball.
He's gonna make it.
What a good shot!
Perfect example of
that was great. Both cue ball and object ball control.
Of controlling both balls.
That was excellent.
You gotta hand it to this guy. It just seems like nothing. Oh my gosh!
You know, he looked like he
I was
jumped
gonna
up
say
off
nothing
that ball
scares
just
him.
now.
You know,
I was just watching it. You know, it did look like he jumped right off that ball.
Wait a minute. Did he just get safe?
No. I think Rodney still makes this ball.
Rodney may bank this.
Rodney shoots this in the corner and gets shape off that titty.
You're right. Ooh, it slid in. Slid in and
2 rails out of the corner here.
Yeah.
That's a big game. Well, Chohan back at the table. Bustamante missed the ball.
Yeah, Chohan, if we read him right today, he should run this out and it should be over, right?
Yeah.
Those balls are wide open for Chohan. While Rodney gets on the hill, we're going to get
Rocket.
to see
Rodney the Rocket stepping up to the plate. Chip missed a pretty decent ball after making a great bank and getting excellent position on the 8 ball. But that just goes to show you, you have to keep your attention on your shot. You cannot let up for 1 second or it'll come back to bite you.
I mean, it was just a gift to Rodney Morris, wasn't it? Just like.
And those things happen, guys. That's just part of pool. That's just part of it. You know, we're all human. We all miss. But it just comes at that time. It's pretty painful. Especially when you're 4 or 5-4, and that makes it 5-5 if you win that game. Now you got Rocket on the heel breaking.
Looks like that 4 is tracking to the corner as well as the 3 in the side. And
Chohan's got 3 balls left to beat Bustamante 6-1.
So while that's going on, Rodney's calling the 1 to the corner. The 9 goes down for Tony. And Boosty stays in his chair. He doesn't give up anything.
Rodney hung that ball. Oh my God, it fell in.
It's over. Tony Chohan has eliminated Francisco Django Bustamante today. But all you Boosty fans out there will be seeing him tomorrow for the One Pocket event, along with Tony and many other greats. We filled the One Pocket.
Wow.
It's 64 players filled.
Wow. That's going to be a great event, guys. If you guys want to see some good One Pocket, come on down here to California Billiards in Fremont, California. I mean to tell you what, it's free admission. There's plenty of room to watch the matches. This is the is the atmosphere to be in.
And I tell you what, if there was ever a time to be up close and personal with these players, now is the time because you know you go and you get to see these players play in bigger events at casinos and in the arenas, and sometimes you don't get a chance to really rub up and shake their hand, and really maybe get the chance to have an autograph or talk to them and so we encourage you guys, come check this out. Bring the kids too if you can.
Well, we're talking here, Rodney.
Can we bring kids here?
Oh yeah,
we can.
Rodney Morris is down to the last 3 balls here, and looks like he can take this off. But yeah, guys, like Daniel said, hey, we were all kids, and that's what got us hooked on these things like cars.
Absolutely.
But bring your kids down, get some autographs, have them take pictures with these professional players.
We got Shane Van Bonen coming tomorrow.
Best.
All right.
Rodney Morris, takes it down 7-4. Great match. So you got to give it up to Chip, though. What a great player this Chip is.
Yes.
I've never seen him until today, and I'll tell you what, I give it up to him. He's got phenomenal abilities. Great player. This was a great match. He missed one 8-ball, and this match could have been way closer than it is right now. But hey, things happen, guys, and that just goes to show you cannot let up for 1 second, especially against a guy like Rodney Morris. Daniel, been a pleasure. Another one.
Ralph, yes,
Wow.
it has.
Good
Another
times,
one.
man.
Yep, and I get the feeling you're enjoying yourself so much. That's why you haven't left yet. So that's good.
Yeah.
So why don't you guys stick around? We'll be back with something very shortly. Do we know what's happening, Geraldine? What our next?
I'm going to go see if Alex Pagulayan.
Not quite sure what's next, but both matches are over, so we'll be having another round here soon. We want to thank Big Time Threads for working with POVPOOL and for the West Coast Swing. BigTimeThreads.com.